Why does most things take such a long time to figure out? We've been afraid of the wrong things our entire lives. We spend so much energy protecting ourselves from rejection, from someone saying no, from someone looking at us funny, from someone thinking less of us, that we don't even notice the thing that's actually going to hurt us. And that is regret. Not rejection, but regret. And I want to sit with you for the next few minutes and actually talk about this because I think it's one of the most important things nobody tells you clearly enough. The thing about fear, it sneaks into everything. You want to start something, fear shows up. You want to say something, fear shows up. You want to leave something, end something, ask for something. Fear is standing right there in the doorway, looking you straight into the eye. And almost every single time, if you actually trace that fear back to its root, it's the same fear wearing a different costume to trick you. It's a fear of being rejected, so you won't see it. Fear of failing in front of people, fear of what they'll think of you, fear of their perception. We're scared of basically everything. And it always comes back to, what if they don't accept me? What if I don't belong any longer? Rejection feels like abandonment. That's why it cuts so deep. It's primal. Our nervous system treats being left out almost the same way it treats actual danger. So of course we avoid it. Of course we play small. Of course we don't send the message. Don't ask for the raise. Don't say, I love you first. Don't start the business. Don't audition. Don't apply. It's endless. But there is a huge but. When you spend your life avoiding rejection, you don't end up safe. You end up with regrets instead. And regrets is so much heavier, it cuts deeper. We only get one life, one. And when you think about people at the very end of it, and I mean really think about it, they don't lie there wishing they had been rejected less. They lay there wishing they had tried more. We're not here to play it safe. We're here to explore, to desire things, to chase your passions, to evolve. We're born as one version of ourselves. And the entire point of being alive is that we get to grow into something else. Something we actually choose. Something we can look at and feel proud of. Something we recognize as ours. And if you spend your whole life managing other people's opinions of you instead of building that version of yourself, you're not living a full life. You're living a half life. You're living half of everything that you could possibly create. A life that's been edited down to whatever felt safe enough not to be rejected. That, to me, is the real tragedy of being human. Not failure, not rejection, living small on purpose because a no felt scarier than a life you never got to have. And this is the part that actually sets you free once you get it. Once you get it. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Not tomorrow, not next year. Nobody even knows what's going to happen in the next hour. We act like the future is something we can control if we're careful enough, cautious enough, small enough. It's not. So if we stop trying to control an outcome we were never going to control anyway, and we just stay present right here, right now, the fear of rejection loses most of its grip on us. Now let me tell you something more personal. I don't know if I was born like this or if life just made me this way, but I've never really sat around asking myself, should I do this or not? I just did it. I jumped in and figured out how after I was already in it. There was no manual handed to me growing up. Nobody sat me down and told me the rules. So I had to figure things out myself. In real time, by moving, not questioning. And that part, the diving in, the part has served me really, really well. But honestly, it wasn't all smooth. Not at all. That same instinct that made me brave also made me impatient. When I decided something, I wanted it now. I wanted the result the same week I had the ideas. And when it didn't happen fast enough, some part of me wanted to quit or jump to the next thing or convince myself it wasn't working. That impatience almost cost me more than fear ever did, because starting something is such an easy thing for me. Staying with something long enough for it to actually grow, that's the part I had to rewire. I had to learn that diving into the unknown is only half the skill. The other half is sitting in the unknown without needing it to resolve immediately. Think about that one, please. Learning that a no results yet is not the same thing as this isn't working. Learning that uncertainty isn't a problem to be solved overnight. It's just a space where growth is quietly happening. Whether I can see it or not, there is no difference. That's the trade I had to make with myself. I couldn't keep the courage to start without also building the patience to stay. And honestly, that rewiring is still ongoing. I am not going to stand here and tell you I've mastered it. I haven't. But I recognize it now when it shows up, and that alone changes most things. This part was the main game changer for me. Understanding that rejection is never actually about you. If there's one thing I want you to walk away with today, it's this. I've learned to see my entire life as a school. Not a performance, not a test I can fail, a school. You show up, you take the exams, and you're not there to get a perfect score. You're here to pass it. To have shown up, because showing up, trying, attempting, that's the thing that erases regret. Every single time you do something, whatever happens next just becomes information. It tells you what to adjust, what to try differently, what to carry into the next level. You don't fail, you learn. That's the difference. And when you see it that way, rejection becomes part of this curriculum, not a verdict on who you are. When someone rejects you, a person, an opportunity, a room, that doesn't have anything to do with your worth. It has to do with them. Their capacity, their timing, their taste, their story, not yours. It will never be yours, no matter what you say. Your life is your narrative to write. Your job isn't to make it fit everyone else's approval. Your job is to make it fit you, your passion, your desires, the future you actually want. That's the only metric that counts. So next time you feel the fear creeping in, before you send the message, start the thing, ask the question. I want you to ask yourself just one question instead. In 10 years, am I going to regret not trying this more than I'm scared of someone saying no right now? So stop your mind in its tracks when fear shows its ugly face. Change your focus to something pleasant and hold that thought until it disappears. That's how you rewire your mind out of its old, nice patterns. You don't say that. Because I promise you that no fades. It always does. But regret doesn't fade. Regret stays with you. We only get one life. Don't spend it protecting yourself from something that was never actually the danger. I'll see you in the next one. Any comments, leave them and I will answer.